The 2020 Ford F-150 Platinum. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, where you can find the most in-depth video walkarounds on our different Ford and Lincoln models down to the specific trim. So this video here is going to be dedicated to the Platinum trim. That's all we're going to talk about in this particular video. We're going to talk about the standard equipment as well as the optional equipment. So if you're into those types of videos for the Ford and Lincoln content, you might want to hit the red subscribe button down there. That way you can subscribe to our YouTube channel with this great content. And also hit the notification bell if you want to get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. So again, like I said, we're going to be really thorough with this video. It will be a little long, I'll tell you that right now. But you can always check the timestamps down in the description. I'll put timestamps as we go around the vehicle. The different packages will be timestamped down there in the optional equipment. So you can move around in this video. And don't forget, not only are we going to have the timestamps down there, but prices for the different optional equipment, so you know what those packages are going to cost you when you add these onto different equipment groups, and as you add the optional equipment in there. So again, very thorough video. We call them our complete guides for a reason, so enjoy this video. Also, anytime in this video you think, man, I really want to work with that dealership, we have a lot of people that have told us that based off these videos because they're very educational. Don't forget, we do free shipping. Being in the middle of Kansas, we can do that to about any place, but there's information about free shipping at the end of the video. I'll have that timestamp down below too, so at any time if you want to kick over to that point, you can learn a little more information about our free shipping. Now, the first thing I want to talk about are some of the functional things you might want to think about, or the configurations that we start with. So if you go to Ford.com, you can build your own vehicle, and the first things you want to have to select is outside of the trim is your cab configuration, your bed, your drivetrain, and your engines or your powertrain. So let's go ahead and talk about what's available. So for the Platinum Edition, only available in your Super Crew cab configuration like you're seeing with this particular one, 4 full-size doors. Available in 2 different bed lengths, either a 5.5 foot bed, we call that the short bed, or you have your 6.5 foot bed, which is your long bed. Not available in an 8 foot bed whatsoever. Available in either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. The standard engine will be the 5.0 liter V8 engine that's going to deliver 395 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. Now, there are a couple other optional engines you can get, and there will be a cost incurred if you go up to those engines. And the first one I want to talk about is the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. That one will deliver 375 horsepower, 470 pound-feet of torque, and give you the maximum amount of towing of 13,200 pounds. And that is if you go ahead and equip that with the Max Trailer Tow package that we're going to talk about in a little bit. We'll talk about what's involved in that package. Also, you do have a diesel engine that's available, 3.0 liter, that V6 turbo diesel that's available, 250 horsepower, about 440 pound-feet of torque. So that's going to give you about 11,200 pounds of towing, as long as you have, of course, the trailer tow package equipped on the truck too. So 3 good engines are available. All engines will come with the auto start-stop technology, which means when you come up to a stoplight, stop sign, you press the brake, it's going to shut the vehicle off. When you let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. So a lot of people have said out there that they don't like that feature. Real easy to deactivate it on that trip. There's a little A with the circle around it right above your screen there. Pretty easy to get to. Just click that button and it deactivates it for that trip. Not a big deal there. We have found a few things you can put on the vehicle that will deactivate it that now is available through our aftermarket department. That's something we can always put on it. But hopefully you don't decide I don't want a Ford just because of that, because about all the vehicles are going to the auto start stop technology. Also, they're going to be all with a 10-speed automatic transmission as well with selectable drive modes. So selectable drive modes make it real easy to be able to shift it from normal. There's a tow haul mode, there's an eco select mode, there's also a wet snow mode. So several different modes. I think there's even a sport mode there. So several different modes, and you would get to those modes by hitting the DM. Drive modes, that's on the shifter knob over there. You just click that DM, and that's how you would shift it between those different drive modes real easily. Some people struggle with where that's located and how to switch the drive modes, and that's how you do it, was with that DM button right there. So real great in how everything works there. Also, let's talk about the different axles that are available. Now, I'm going to talk about the standard axles that you get from the factory, but you can get optional electronic locking axles, and you can upgrade to other axles if you want to, but there's going to be a cost incurred onto those. And so first we're going to talk about what's standard. So on the 5.0 liter V8 engine and the 3.5 EcoBoost engine, the 2-wheel drive versions, it'll come standard with the 315 non-limit slip rear axle. Your 4x4s for the 5.0 and the 3.5 EcoBoost and both two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive 3.0 diesel engines will come with a 331 non-limit slip rear axle. So there are of course options for being able to upgrade to a non-limit slip for those that want the two-wheel drive, could go up to the 331, as well as if you want to go up to the 355 from the 331. So those are just added costs if you want to do that. And I'm going to list the axles down in the description. You can look down there if you want to while this video keeps playing, and you can see the cost that's incurred for those different axles. If you want to go to electronic locking, there's a cost incurred onto that as well. I think most of them are less than $400, so anywhere from $300 to $475, I believe, on those. You can look at those, and of course, if you want those different axles, you can still add them as optional equipment to your vehicle. So keep that in mind. And there are some packages that are going to include some electronic locking rear axles, like 331s or 355s too. When we get into some of those different packages, we'll talk about those later in the video. So I know if you're looking for a truck, you're probably looking for more performance and capabilities than you are safety, but I do like to make sure these are a complete guide, so I'm going to cover safety. And I've really, all the safety features are the same on all your F-150. So if you've watched some of my previous ones, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch video, you probably could skip ahead to the front of the vehicle on the next timestamp if you want to. But if this is the first time watching one of our videos, let's go ahead and go through some of these safety features. Now, for airbags, it does have a dual stage airbag for the driver and front passenger. It depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. It's going to deploy a different size airbag to make sure you're protected, but it's not going to hurt you or damage you. So it does have a sensor underneath those seats that lets that system know how close you are to that vehicle. It does have, the personal safety system in the vehicle too. Side impact airbag for the driver and front passenger. That'll deploy an airbag on the side of those seats if you have a side collision. So that'll deploy, protect those occupants and the front seat, because usually that's more on the front doors than it is the back. That's why you see it on the front. Safety canopy airbag with rollover sensor, so it's going to deploy down. Actually, I got a clip from an Explorer there. I'm going to show you just kind of this example of what it would maybe look like in the vehicle, but it's going to deploy down if there's going to be a rollover situation where there's going to be breaking glass and that kind of thing to kind of protect occupants, especially they get, as you roll over, you'd move from side to side and maybe get close to that side to help protect your head and such from any rollover situation. Now, it does have advanced track with roll stability control. Goal on that is to help you keep you on your intended path and not have that rollover situation. So it's going to use curve control and a series of brakes around the vehicle to keep you on your intended path when you go into those curves too fast, or if you're turning, maybe on a slick driving road to help keep you going where you need to be going. Also, with these, you will get 911 assist, and you'll get SOS post-crash alert system. So 911 assist means that if you're in an accident, 911 call you directly, ask if you need any help, you need someone to come to your safety, especially if those airbags deploy. And then SOS post-crash alert system means it'll honk the horns or flash the lights if you're in a severe accident, so people know that you are in an accident and to be kind of looking your way and see if you need any assistance. Also, for those in the back seat back here, there's a couple different things to protect the kids in the back so they don't open those doors. One of them is the child safety lock. So you can lock those out. That keeps those doors locked. They will not be able to open it from the inside. That's to protect them. Also, you do have the latch system, the lower anchors and tethers for children, that allows you to take those booster seats, car seats, and fasten them down into those back of those seats, using those harnesses in the back part back there to secure it back to the back of the seat, so you don't have to use the shoulder harness every time you get them in the vehicle. So that's a great safety feature. Last one I'll talk about before we move into the front of the vehicle, and that's the pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. So it's going to have brake support. It's going to have the automatic the braking system, so it knows if there's a car in front of you that's going slower than you, and you can't stop. It's going to alert you with lights if you're not hitting your brake, and a sensor that you need to stop. Or you're going to hit that car in front of you. And if you don't initiate the brake yourself, it's going to initiate the brake support and press your brake for you. So what that's going to do, it may not avoid that accident, but it will. The goal is to lessen the severity. So by hitting that brake, and it depends on how fast you're going, it could avoid that accident, but at least it's going to lessen the severity of that accident. So those are all your safety features I wanted to cover real quickly. Let's go ahead and move to the front and kind of show you the design on the front of it. Now, as we look here at the front of the vehicle, what's really cool about this one is the dedicated grille and front look to the Platinum Edition versus maybe your King Ranch or even your Limited. So you're going to see is a 2-bar satin chrome grille with the satin surround silver mesh inserts in there. So this grille would look different than your King Ranch as well as your, of course, your limited edition. So if you're looking for a luxury truck, you know that you can kind of see the difference between the different grills there. Also, quad beam LED headlights. So we do see that like on the 502A and the Lariat and above. So your King Ranch, your Platinum, and your Limited, you'll see the quad beam LED headlights with the dedicated auto feature too. So that means if it's on auto setting, they'll come on automatically when it gets dark, turn off when it gets light, as well as they'll come on when you have your wipers on. So if it's raining outside, they're going to automatically come on for you too. I love the signature lighting on the outside of it. Also, I think that's what, when you have your daytime running lights on, I think those are the lights that will be on for you. LED fog lights down here too, so full LEDs on the front of the vehicle. So really cool look. Body colored front fascia as well as body colored front bumpers. So a little bit different. King Ranch is going to be those stone gray, and then this one, as well as your Limited, will have the body colored front bumper. So give it that nice dedicated look here on the front of the vehicle. Your 4x4s will get the chrome tow hooks up here on the front. Also, your 4x4s will get the 2-speed automatic 4-wheel drive system with that 4 auto setting for that too. We'll get more into that when we get inside of the vehicle to kind of show you that 4x4 shift on the fly there. Also up here, you're going to get rain sensing wipers that are going to be for this. That means when you have in the intermittent settings and you have the rain sensing wipers activated, and you can do that by going into your settings screen in there for your vehicle and go to the wiper settings, and you can activate the rain sensing wipers. And then what it'll do is if it starts to rain, the wipers will just turn on their own. As it rains harder, it'll wipe faster, so it'll change the speed on that and take care of everything, so you have to keep moving it around for your wipers. I really like this feature. I think it's a great feature. Also, windshield wiper de-icers. Comes in real handy here in Kansas, where your windshield will get defrosted of any snow or ice off the windshield, but those wipers get wet because they wipe that off. They'll get wet, and then they'll freeze up on you when you're going on the highway. Windshield wiper de-icers will help keep those defrosted, so they'll actually be functional to use for you. Also, this is going to have your lane keeping system. Part of the Copilot 360, the standard equipment on your Platinum Editions, along with that pre-collision assist. You're going to get the lane keeping system as well as your auto high beams. Forgot to mention that. You'll have auto high beams as well, which means just like your automatic headlights, if there's no one in front of you, it's dark enough outside, the auto high beams will come on automatically. And then if someone approaches you or you're in the city lights, they'll turn off. Now that is a feature you can also activate and deactivate, just like the rain sensing wipers, except you'll do it into the lighting section of your vehicle settings to be able to do that. Now going back to the lane keeping system is a great feature. It's going to give you a driver alert setting that can be activated and deactivated too, and that will just allow you to kind of alert you when you take your hands off the steering wheel too often that you're doing that. And also has a lane keeping system to keep you in your lane. So that's the goal there. There's an alert system and an aid system. Most other brands out there will have an alert system, and that means when you leave your lane, it'll vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've gotten close to that line or you're going over. The lane keeping system by Ford also has an aid system that helps keep you in your lane. So when you get close to that line, it's going to use torque vectoring and keep you back into your lane. So it works pretty well, especially when you can see the system can see those lines. And again, this is a system you'll need to activate and turn on. I believe you do that with the by the wiper switch. You can turn that on. I'll actually show you the button because I really off the top of my head can't remember where that's at until we get inside. But I'll show you a clip of where that's located in your vehicle. So real nice being able to do that and use that lane keeping system. So I think I've covered everything on the front. So let's go ahead and move around to the side. Now as we move around to the side, don't forget all of your F-150s have a fully boxed steel frame with an aluminum alloy body on the truck too. For your springs, you're going to have coil springs on the front, and you're going to have your leaf springs on the back. And for your shocks, they're going to be a gas heavy-duty shocks in the front as well as the rear. Difference is the rear are going to be outboard mounted. So some vehicles, some other manufacturers out there put them on the inside. Ford likes to put them on the outside because it gives you more stability when you're on those rough road conditions there. Now talking about the wheel, the standard wheel on this is going to be the 20-inch nice satin chrome finish to these, so real good look to them. It is a dedicated wheel to the Platinum Edition. 20 inches is a pretty good size. All your two-wheel drives will come with standard with all-season tires, and your 4x4s will come standard with all-terrain tires. If you do get a two-wheel drive, you can upgrade to all-terrain tires. It will be a cost incurred into that. Body colored wheel lip moldings right here, so it kind of really dresses it up, gives it something else on the side of there, just especially with the bigger wheel, kind of makes that look really sharp on your truck there. Your platinum badging, F-150 badging on the fenders over here. Your mirrors, a lot of features on the mirrors, so bear with me here. You're going to have a chrome mirror cap. Also, it's going to have molded in black on the bottom. That just really protects it from rocks that might get kicked up on the bottom part of that. Your mirrors will power fold towards the glass. You have a button inside with your power switches there. If you press that, that power mirror will fold in towards the glass and back out. You do have power feature for the mirror glass itself, as well as heat feature. So if you do get snow and ice on there, it will defrost for you. Also, it does come with the auto dimming driver's side view mirror, which means that if those cars pass you with those bright lights, it's going to automatically dim that mirror, so that way it doesn't blind you when you look over into that mirror. Also, you will see the LED, and these here will have turn signals on it, but also they double as your LED spotlights. So there are switches above your headlights, left and right, of course, and you can just press that and it's going to cast the spotlight beside the mirror over there. Comes in real handy if you're especially working in a field or something like that, to be able to use those spotlights, or you're going down those dark alleys or something like that. Also, because that is a LED over there, you're going to have a high intensity LED security approach lamp. That means when you use your keyless entry to approach the vehicle, or you open the door, it's going to cast out a really high intensity security approach lamp on the ground. Some people call it a puddle lamp, so that you can be able to see if there's anything underneath there, or just to be able to see on the ground beside the vehicle, so when you're getting in it, comes in real handy there. Also, it's going to come with your Bliss with cross traffic alert. So the way Bliss works is there's blind spot information system. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror. There's a little light underneath those vehicles there. Let you know if there's someone in that lane and it's not safe to go over. Also, if you put your turn signal on, it'll actually blink and let you know, hey, there is somebody over there, don't turn over yet. So that comes in real handy. Backing up, cross traffic alert means if someone's going to cross your path behind you, it's going to put a light in that mirror from the side they're coming from. It puts a message on the dash telling if they're coming from the left or the right, but more importantly, a series of tones that you need, that there's someone back there, don't back up. So I love how that works. And also something to keep in mind with the Bliss system, the blind spot system also includes your trailer. So it's trailer monitoring to go along with it. So if there's someone in the blind spot of the trailer, it's going to be included as part of your Bliss settings, or your blind spot settings, as long as you have that activated in your settings screen. So you go into that, I think it's the trailer settings or your regular vehicle settings or advanced settings, and you can activate and deactivate your trailer settings. So I just probably have that always activated, so that way it's going to monitor your trailer's blind spot. Comes in real handy, especially if you have a longer trailer that you're pulling there. I think I've covered everything on that mirror. You do have here a chrome belt line molding across there. You'll see that on the upper level of the chrome package of the King Ranch, and then you'll see it on the Platinum and on up from here with your Limited. So it really dresses up the side of that. Your door handles will also be chrome. You'll see those here. There's a black knob on the front of this one. This does have the intelligent access with the push button start, and remote start. So you can just walk up, put your hands in the door handle. It's going to automatically unlock the vehicle. When you get out, you press that black knob, and that's what's going to lock the vehicle up, so you don't have to get the keys out of your pocket. So that also comes in real handy. You do have keypad entry. That just allows you, if you want to leave the keys inside or access the vehicle without the keys, you can set up your own personal code if you know the master code, which is usually stored in the owner's manual. And on the screen now, you can change that code there without having to do it here on the keypad. So that's a great feature. In fact, let me go ahead and show you a close-up of the remote. You'll see the unlock, lock. There is the remote start is that third button there right in the middle. And then we'll get into that other button down there, and then there's a panic alarm down there. Also, inside there is where your key is located. So just because you have keyless entry doesn't mean you have a key to get in and out. So if the vehicle does die, the battery's not working, this remote will not work to unlock the vehicle. Of course, you will have no power to the doors. So you just press this button on the back here, and you open it up, and that's where you're going to see is your key that's right there. So then you can go ahead and unlock the vehicle, jump the vehicle, get it going, and then go ahead and start your vehicle that way. So that's where that's going to be located on your remote. Remote start is a great feature to have. You'll see privacy glass in these back windows and back glass. Keeps it cooler for everyone in the back seat. Also looks a lot nicer on the vehicle. And this will have the power deployable running boards. They're going to be standard equipment, chrome accent on the side. They'll deploy down a little bit lower than most of your running boards. and even tuck up underneath when the door is closed. So love how that works. It should keep most of the ice and snow off of the top of those running boards too, being that it's tucked up and not hanging out with the your vehicle kicking up all that snow and water and mud onto those running boards. So and it just looks real sharp on the truck too when you're in it and the doors are closed there. Also, easy fuel capless filler door. So what's great about this, no cap to worry about leaving, losing, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. You just open this door up, go ahead and fill it up. There's a 2-door system, so you don't have to worry about anybody stealing your gas or anything like that, because there is 2 doors there that has to go through, and the one is the correct size for the fuel pump. So if you run out of gas, you can't just put your gas can in there, it will not fit, it's going to be too big. So that's why you use the funnel that comes with the truck. It'll be located underneath the seat more than likely, and then you can go ahead and just fill it up that way. There's instructions on the door there. Also, standard equipment, or standard, is a 26-gallon fuel tank. We'll get into bigger fuel tanks later. There is another fuel tank that's available that's going to be bigger for you, but it will be optional equipment. We'll cover that in the optional equipment section. Now, as we move to the back here, you're going to see the LED tail light. So full LEDs on the front as well as the back. Also, you're going to get the chrome applique here on the back of the tailgate, rear view camera, and we'll have the LED light. That's part of the Class 4 hitch package that's going to be standard equipment on these. So we'll get more into some of those other features in a little bit. So you're going to be able to see as you're backing up with that LED light back here. The satin chrome tailgate applique. So you're going to get that with all your platinum editions. So it looks real sharp on it. Gives it that nice luxury look here on the back of the truck bed itself. Also, body colored bumpers throughout here with the molded in black on the top to kind of protect the top of that bumper. You will have the hitch receiver, so Class 4 receiver hitch with the 4-pin and 7-pin wiring here. Also comes with trailer sway control. Reverse sensing on the bumpers, so as you're backing up, you're going to get alerted as well as being able to see behind you, so that way you're going to be able to get those alerts and those sensors. It does have a full-size spare tire. It's located right underneath the bed under here, so you would actually use this here, this lock, to lower that down so that you can get to that spare tire back there. So it is located up underneath the bed there. You do have where this tailgate does lock with the rest of the doors, just like that. And there also is remote tailgate release. So just press this little button up. I showed you that earlier, the back of the truck with the 2. Just press that twice. It's going to unlock it and it's going to lower it down for you. Now you will have to go ahead and raise it up. Here in the back, you're going to see does have box link system. Those are those plates that are on the side of the bed back there, so that'll come standard equipment. We leave the lockable cleats inside, and those will help you with different accessories you may want to put in the side of or back here in the bed. You have tie downs, 2 here towards the back and 2 on the front, so if you need to tie some things down, you have those tie downs. And you do get the LED box lighting, so just press this button back here. Get 2 LED lights in the corners, as well as the center high-mounted stoplight up there is going to go from a halogen to a LED light up there. So, of course, full LEDs on this, so that way you can really light up the bed, especially at nighttime. The back glass will get not only the privacy glass we talked about earlier, but it's going to get rear defrost and it's going to get power sliding rear window. So, some great features here in the back of the bed, some nice convenience features with the LED lights, and some other features, but let's go ahead and move inside, show you what it looks like on the inside of this Platinum Edition truck. Now moving to the interior, this one does have 2 different options for you for your interior, unlike the King Ranch or the limited edition. So you do have what we're seeing with this particular one. Most popular one is your ebony interior. So real nice. It's going to have ebony throughout the vehicle with some red stitching around it, because the other optional color interior is the dark Marsala interior. So I'm going to give you a clip of that one from Ford's website, so you can kind of see what that's going to look like on the vehicle. It's at really kind of a wine color, so really dark red color. It's beautiful in the vehicle, but if you're not sure what you're going to want to go with, you may want to go with the traditional black. It looks real sharp in the vehicle. You're going to see on the seats, I love that not only are you going to have the platinum badging on the backrest of the front seats, but also those outbound back seats back there, and you're going to have the nice trim that goes down the middle as well as on the bolsters on the outside trim, just real sharp in the vehicle. Also, you're going to get dedicated interior trim to the Platinum Edition, so around the vents, on the steering wheel, both sides of the console, you're going to see that really nice trim here. Looks real sharp. I love the texture on it. Just feels great. A unique wood trim that's dedicated to the Platinum Edition too. You're going to see it on the doors. So nice wood trim there, as well as you're going to see it above the glove box and on your media hub or your media door up here. So you're going to see those nice accents that are dedicated to the Platinum Edition and make them unique. Carpeted flooring, of course, with dedicated floor mats for your Platinum Edition, as well as you're going to have Platinum door seal plates on those front doors too. So that way you can get in, you know, kind of you have that Platinum badging throughout the vehicle, gives it that nice luxury look on the vehicle, makes you just feel something special. For your front seats, you have dual bucket seats here, of course, leather trimmed with the big console, with the nice stitching and leather cover too. Dual power seats. Now, they're not just power seats, but also they have the multi contoured seats that are standard equipment on your Platinum Edition, which means if you hit this lumbar over here, you can adjust more lumbar settings in the back than normal, as well as it does have the massaging seat, or they call it active motion, what Ford calls it, but it will give you the massaging backrest as well as seat cushion for the driver and front passenger. You'll be able to control that. Once you hit your lumbar button, it'll come up on this 8-inch touchscreen. We're going to talk about it in a little bit and show you how you can adjust the settings and switch over to the massaging seat for the driver and front passenger. Heated seats for the driver and front passenger, as well as ventilated seats. And the difference is on ventilated, it's going to pull the air through the seat and allow it to cool the seat off instead of heating the seat up. So it's going to be a little quieter that way, as well as not leaving condensation underneath the seat. So that's what the configuration up here. Back seats 3 back there, 60/40 split bench seat. If you pull that seat up, you're going to have under seat storage back under there. So real nice and convenient for that. Be able to put some things in there. Also, you're going to see the armrest that comes out of the middle backrest with some cup holders in there, so that way those, if there's no one sitting in the middle, those on the outside can enjoy that. Behind the console, not only are you going to have some vents up here, you're going to get the heated seat controls. So you have heated seat for the driver, or for the 2 outside seats back there, and plenty of ways to connect your devices. You can see a PowerPoint 110 outlet, as well as 2 USB ports back there. So plenty of ways to power different devices there in the rear seat. Another thing you'll notice in the back seat is the rear inflatable seatbelts. Probably should have mentioned it under the safety features, but those rear inflatable seatbelts will deploy for those 2 outside seats if there's kids back there from those front collisions. Here on the door, power windows locks, mirror switches including auto one touch for those front windows. You will also have driver memory for 3 different drivers. That'll memorize your mirror settings, also your seat settings, and 2 other. One of them is your power adjustable pedals. So those pedals will go forward and back, and the driver memory would kind of also know what position you had that in and adjust that to your driver. Also, the power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. You control it over here on the side of the steering wheel, so you can just go ahead and use the control over there, and it'll move up and down, forward and back. By allowing it to go up and down, forward and back, that is going to be controlled with your driver memory too. So real nice and being able to do that right there. So it'll be just right for any size driver. Leather wrap, heated steering wheel. So you're going to be able to heat that up in the winter time, get that steering wheel warm along with your heated seats anytime you use a remote start, whether it be on your remote, or if you use remote start on the app, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. On the steering wheel itself, you're going to have your cruise control on the left side at the bottom. And then the D-pad on the top on the left side will control the 8-inch productivity screen. So great on these trucks and Super Duties, you're going to see the 8-inch productivity screen with a lot of different settings in there, including off-road mode, as well as your trailer monitoring information there, of course your settings, display. There's so many things in there. In fact, I have a video on exactly how to set everything up in there, and it's a step-by-step. It goes through every part of that productivity screen, so you can check down in the description. I'll have a link to that video if you want to watch it there. Exactly how that system works is very advanced, so definitely check that out. On the right side of the steering wheel, you're going to see controls. The D-pad up here will control some audio controls, volume controls, as well as presettings for your radio. And then down below there is where you're going to have your sync controls, where you can make and receive phone calls using those switches, and even mute your audio right there as well, right there by the speaker button. Push button start is just to the right of the steering column, so you just go ahead and don't have to get the keys out of your pocket, just press that brake and start it. 4x4, if you have a 4x4, here's where you're going to see that 4x4 shift on the fly with that 4 auto. So 2-speed 4-wheel drive system right there. These other switches we're going to talk about later. They're actually part of a package that is not standard equipment. Dual zone climate control, so the driver and front passenger are going to have 2 different temperatures. Comes in real handy when there's maybe sun coming in from one side or the other. For your audio system, B&O audio sound system with 10 speaker sound system includes HD radio, Sirius XM traffic, or Sirius XM radio for 6 months free. And then also it's going to come, of course, with AM, FM, MP3 capabilities. And it will come with the 8-inch touchscreen. So Sync 3 system, it's that new second generation system there with a blue background. You can tell the difference there. So a nice 8-inch touchscreen where you can, of course, control your audio, your climate through there, your phone. Definitely a great system to use. Your backup camera will also come into view on that full 8-inch touchscreen right there when you're backing the vehicle up. Over here on the right, you're going to see a 110 outlet as well as a power point. So you're going to basically everything you have back there on the back, you're going to get for the front too. So you're going to have those right there. And then down here in the media hub, you can push that door open and you're going to see 2 USB ports in there with a room inside that to be able to put a phone or different supplies in there that you might need in there. Also, you'll see there's blue lighting in there. This does have ambient lighting. It lights up that the media hub, the cup holders, as well as the footwells and your door handles. It will be ice blue, but you will get ambient lighting. So if you look for, hey, it's got ambient lighting, if you look for the controls, Ford F-150 is one of the vehicles you are not able to change the color. It will stay ice blue. So just keep that in mind. Make sure everybody knows that. Storage on both sides of the console over here, like a little tray right there. So real nice and convenient to be able to have that. And then also, I want to move up to the mirror up here. Forgot to kind of mention some things. You do have auto dimming rear view mirror, standard equipment, so it'll dim that mirror just like the side one when those cars want to come behind you with those bright lights. Up here on the visor, you're going to have garage door openers for 3 different garage doors, standard equipment, so that's great. Any transmitters would be if you have a couple different garage doors, or if you're a farmer and have a gate that uses a transmitter, that could program in there too. Overhead console is going to come with a sunglass bin, as well as switches for your interior lights. We'll get into these other controls. They actually go with an optional moonroof. That's not going to be standard equipment on the F-150 Platinum Edition. Also the console. Let's go ahead and open up this and I'll show you that huge console in here. You do have a tray that slides back and forth that can be taken out as well. You can put coins in there, smaller items, wallet maybe, pins, whatever it might be, keys, that kind of thing. And then you can get to the bigger console that's down below that, big enough for a laptop probably to fit in there if you're a business person that uses your F-150 for business, as well as there is another PowerPoint in there towards the bottom. Not sure if you can see that in there. Usually it's pretty hard for the camera to adjust to that. It's a little dark in there. So you have a nice big wide console. Slots here too, so if you do want to use the PowerPoint down there and have those cords coming through and not get in the way over here, you could do that too. And then the last thing, a couple things else I want to talk about. One, this does have the advanced security package as standard equipment. So that's going to have your perimeter alarm as well as your anti-theft system, which basically means if there's any intrusion alarm. So it kind of knows the surrounding inside the vehicle when you lock the vehicle and you leave your vehicle. So even if you have your windows rolled down, if somebody enters in it, it would feel motion inside and it would set the alarm off. So that's how that system will work. So a nice perimeter alarm on it. So it's a great advanced security package that's going to be standard equipment on your Platinum Edition. Also, you're going to get the Ford Pass Connect. Easy way for you to stay connected to your vehicle is using that Ford Pass app. So it's a free app you download. You register your VIN number and then confirm it on the screen when you have the vehicle started. So that way it knows that it's you that owns the vehicle and is registering that vehicle. What's great about it, once you've done that, you can actually have a lot of features within that, like remote starting the vehicle from anywhere, just being able to press and hold that button there. Also, you can unlock and lock the vehicle from anywhere too. So if you weren't sure if you locked it, you get back to the house, to work, you can make sure you lock the vehicle too. You can schedule remote start times. One of my favorite features, so you can schedule it for whatever days. You pick your days, you pick your times, you can put several in there, and so that's a great feature. I love using that in the winter time, and I deactivate it during the summertime. So great how that works throughout there. You can also locate your vehicle. So since it has embedded modem, it knows where that's located. So if you're in you go to that game, parking lot, something like that, you don't know where it's at, you can locate your vehicle that way. So great feature there. In the service and support settings, you can also see the tire pressure on your vehicle, how much fuel is in your vehicle, and how your oil change is looking, and when you need to do your oil changes in there too. So that's some great features. Definitely download that app. Make sure you use that. It's great benefits, and all your loyalty reward points will go in there. You get 2 free oil changes from Ford when you purchase a vehicle, you're given enough loyalty rewards points to get 2 free oil changes. And then after that, every time you get your vehicle serviced at a Ford dealer, or buy accessories or anything you purchase at a Ford dealer, you earn more rewards points for other accessories and discounts in the future. So just download that. You'll have a lot of fun with that app, and being able to remote start the vehicle from anywhere is a cool feature. So I think that's all your standard equipment. Now I want to talk about the 701A equipment group, which we put on this particular truck. So let's go over it. So now we're going to talk about the 701A equipment group, and this equipment group includes a couple features that are only available if you order this equipment group. So the first two I want to talk about is the Copilot 360 Assist. Comes with 2 features, and both of these features are only available with the 701A equipment group. So one I want to talk about is the navigation. It'll have that pinch and zoom capability, the Sirius XM traffic and travel link to go along with it, so you'll have the on-screen navigation. Also, the adaptive cruise control with stop and go is included within this. Again, only way you can get the adaptive cruise control is with this equipment group. So if you're wanting that, you only want to bounce up to this equipment group and order that. So adaptive cruise control means that you can control the gap of the person in front of you when you set that cruise and you have it in the adaptive cruise setting in your settings screen. Then as you come behind somebody, they're going slower than you, it'll slow you down to go their speed. You don't have to hit your brake. And then when they speed back up, then you'll speed back up, or if you pass them and it's safe to resume, it'll resume back to your speed. And just like it says, stop and go with pedestrian detection will actually bring you to complete stop if you're in those situations. You don't have to hit your brake if you're in, a bigger city and there's a lot of stop and go traffic and rush hour, that kind of thing. You don't have to keep hitting your brake. It will go ahead and bring you to complete stop and get you going again. Also, the technology package is part of this equipment group. Technology package will be available as optional equipment. Talk about that in just a little bit for the 700A, but it's included in this one. And it's going to include your 360-degree camera. So there'll be a camera underneath the front emblem, as well as underneath these mirrors, and the one that's already in the back to give you a split screen view. So one of the cameras will, or one of the views on the screen will show you completely around the vehicle, kind of a bird's eye view, so you can see all the way around it with the front or backup camera. Depends on if you're in drive or you're in reverse. And then also, if you hit that camera button, you'll see it close up of the front or backup camera. Depends on what you're in. If you hit that camera button one more time, you can actually get a close-up view as well. So that way, if you're backing up, you can back up to those trailers real nice and tight that way. Also with this, you're going to get the active park assist. So active park assist allows you to parallel park the vehicle. It takes care of all the steering, and while you control the gas and the brake and the shifting. So great how that works. So it's going to come with sensors on the side as well as on the front. So that way you're going to really get a perimeter sensing around the vehicle too, because you're going to have this feature on your vehicle. Tailgate Step is also included in the 701A equipment group, and it actually is a standalone option we're going to talk about on the 700A, so you will be able to get it as a standalone option that way, but included in this equipment group. So you just press the square right here, pull that step out. You'll notice it's already ready to go. The older version, you had to fold that up. They thought of a way to be able to do that without having to do that, so they put a spring in there. And then you just pull the support arm back. So real nice, makes it a little bit easier to get in and out of the truck. Another thing you'll notice is because the tailgate comes down and this comes out of the top of the tailgate, is it pulls it out enough that you don't have to worry about it. So if you want to leave a hitch in there with a ball, you don't have to worry about it, the tailgate hitting it like the Chevy and GMC step that they have. So really great how this works. I've had this out for several years, works perfectly. Just press the 1 and the 2 to put that back into place, and then the step just folds up. So real easy to open up. You don't have to worry about it. I know GMC's is a real easy button that opens it, but this one will not get in the way if you want to leave that hitch in the back, which a lot of people say, oh, that's not a big deal. But there are a lot of farmers and a lot of people around this area. It is a big deal. They want to be able to leave that hitch back there. Tailgate Step is going to work perfectly for them. Now we're going to talk about some different packages, and if you skipped over the 701A equipment group, then we'll cover all the equipment as part of this technology package. Technology package includes 2 features that are part of the 701A equipment group. First one is that 360-degree camera. So we did show you earlier, there's a camera underneath the front emblem as well as underneath these mirrors in the back, so you can see that split screen view around the vehicle, being able to see a bird's eye view of that. And then if you hit that camera button, you can see the front or backup camera. Depends on if you're in drive or reverse. Hit the button one more time, You'll also be able to see a close-up view, so especially if you're backing up to those trailers, you're going to be able to see a really close view to be able to pull that right into it. So also you're going to get the park assist, the active park assist system as part of this technology package. So allows you to parallel park the vehicle, use the sensors around it to be able to take care of all the steering for you, and you take care of the gas, the brake, and the shifting. Even helps you find those parking spaces. So those two features are part of the technology package. Technology package is optional equipment on the 700A, but is included in the 701A equipment group. Now, there are a couple other packages that we want to talk about that's available, and the first one is the FX4 Off Road Package. And this package is available on about all of your trims, so I actually did include it in my XLT, Lariat, and King Ranch videos. So I'm going to actually play that clip of all the features that are included in the FX4 package from that video. But first, before we're going into that, I want to let you know that it is available as optional equipment for your 700 or 701A equipment group. So even if you have the 700A, you can add the FX4 package. It does require to have the 4x4. And one thing you're going to get with this off-road package is you're going to get off-road tuned shocks. So it's going to upgrade those shocks for you, knowing that you're wanting to go off-road with this particular vehicle. Also, it's going to get the skid plates underneath. So we'll get the skid plates to protect underneath the vehicle for your gas tank and your differential back under there. So real nice having that protection. Also, you're going to get upgraded with the hill descent control. So they know you want to go off-road, you already get the hill start assist, so if you're going up the hill, but also hill descent control. So it allows you to be able to control that truck coming down from any kind of hills that you might have, especially if you're going off-road with this truck. You're also going to get the floor liners. That has been included with this package now. So all-weather mats in the footwell in the front seat, as well as the mat that goes across the back seats. You're also going to get the FX4 off-road decal over here. So real nice decal on the vehicle, lets people know you have an off-road truck. And you're going to get the electronic locking rear differentials. So those 4x4s, of course, would normally come standard with the 331 non-limited slip. Now you're going to get the electronic locking for you. And if you want to, you could upgrade that and go as optional equipment. You can upgrade from the 331 to a 355 for your diesel or the 3.5 EcoBoost. And if you have the 5.0 engine, you can even upgrade from you can go up to 355 or even on up to the 373 electronic locking. And of course, those other differentials are going to be optional equipment. Basically, what it's doing is giving you electronic locking as part of this package. But if you want to upgrade from the 331 to those others, you will need that'd be in a cost incurred on top of this package. So now we're going to talk about towing for a second. And there's two different packages available for you. And even though I did record these in another video, I want to kind of go over them because they are a little bit different on the Platinum Edition because of some features that are already standard equipment on the Platinum that you would have to get one package to get. So we've already talked about as part of the trailer tow package, you're going to get about 4 features that are already standard equipment on your vehicles and on your Platinum Edition. That's the hitch receiver, your wiring with the 4-pin and 7-pin wiring, your LED light back here, and then also the smart trailer tow connector, which I don't know if I mentioned on the standard equipment, but that allows you to have a checklist of things that you need to make sure you check off when connecting your vehicle. So you can go into that trailer tow connector, it gives you a nice checklist, and just make sure that you're smart and you have everything connected up just right, including your lighting and everything else like that. So that's going to be included already as standard equipment on your Platinum. And then you're going to get 4 other features that when you go to the trailer tow package you're going to get too. And that's going to be the engine oil cooler as well as the auxiliary transmission oil cooler. You're going to get both of those. You're going to also get an upgraded front stabilizer bar, and you're going to get the Pro Trailer Backup Assist. So that is that dial that we did maybe if you saw earlier on the dash. So you just turn that dial there for backing up the trailer. So if you have that conventional trailer back hooked up to the ball, you can go ahead and you control the trailer. Then you use your camera to kind of guide yourself back where you need to go. So that's a really great system. That is those features are all included in part of the trailer tow package. Trailer tow package is optional equipment on the 700A or the 701A and available in any of your engines. Now let's talk about the Max Trailer Tow Package. Now this package is available on the 700A or 701A equipment group with the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine. It does require that engine to get this Max Trailer Tow Package. So this gives it the maximum amount of 13,200 pounds of towing. What you're going to get is you're going to get upgraded with the electronic locking 355 rear axle. So it wants to be able to handle everything. So it gives you that rear axle to help you get things moving. Also upgraded rear bumper. Because you can handle so much more weight, it upgrades the rear bumper back here to be able to handle that too. You're going to also get a bigger fuel tank. 36-gallon fuel tank is also included in this package. So you know that's the optional fuel tank. We'll talk about that in optional equipment. That will be available, but it's included in this package. You're going to also get the integrated trailer brake controller. So integrated trailer brake controller is also available as optional equipment, but is included in this equipment, this package here. So again, if you have the 3.5 liter, you're wanting to have the max amount of towing, you can tow up to 13,200 pounds with this package and the 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine. Now we're going to talk about some standalone options, and all these options are available in the 700A or 701A equipment group. Now here in the front you can get a couple features. One of them is the engine block heater. Engine block heater is especially something that you kind of have that plug-in in there to keep your engine warm, or engine kind of kept warm, especially in the winter time. So that way, if you want to go ahead and plug that in, you're going to have that adapter to plug it in and keep that engine warm. Also, you can get the front tag bracket. Didn't mention earlier, but front tag bracket is standard equipment on states that require a front tag, but in states like Kansas that do not require a front tag, it's going to be optional equipment. It is a no-charge option, but it's something you want to probably order with the vehicle because the dealer would install it free of charge. If you get it afterwards, you'll probably have to pay for the tag bracket as well as the install fee to put it on your vehicle. Also, trailer tow mirrors. Trailer tow mirrors are an optional equipment. It does require to have either the tow package or max trailer tow package, and it's going to come with the bigger trailer tow mirrors. I'll show you a clip from Ford's website. So it's going to get you all the same features you would normally get with this mirror, with that mirror too. You know, the LED spotlights, the bliss, all those features. It's also going to give you the power telescope out, so it'll electronically power scope that mirror out and back in and still get the power fold feature towards the glass. Comes in real handy, so you put that bigger trailer back there, you can telescope it, power telescope it out so you can see that trailer a little bit better. Also on this truck here, you can get the extended range fuel tank. So that 36-gallon fuel tank is optional equipment included in that max trailer tow package, but you can get it as a standalone option as well on your vehicle. The box side step. So the side step over here, you can actually, it kind of has a button on the side. You just retract it out. You're seeing clips off Ford's website right now. Exactly how that's going to look. You can just step up there, helps you reach things in the back of the bed just a little bit better with that box side step. Also, wheel well liners. Wheel well liners are also optional equipment. And if you want to protect, especially if you plan on going off-road, you might want to get those wheel well liners to put in your vehicle to really protect it. Tailgate step is a standalone option on the 700A, included in the 701A equipment group. We kind of talked about it earlier. If you didn't see that clip on that 701A equipment group, I'll show you some clips of how that tailgate step comes out and doesn't get in the way of any hitch down there, and real easily slides out of the top of the tailgate, so you can be able to get in and out of the truck a little bit easier. A couple interior features that are standalone options too. One of them is your floor liners. So all weather floor liners are available as optional equipment, so they protect the cargo, the floor liners, floor in there, the carpet I should say. The mat goes clear across the back, as well as the ones that go in the footwells in the front seats that'll come with it. You'll still get the carpeted mats that we talked about, but then the all weather mats will be included too. So all weather mats. Also twin panel moonroof. Twin panel moonroof is going to be a standalone option on the 700A or 701A equipment group, and it does come with the power sunshade and the glass that opens in the front. If you want to have that air coming through into the cabin, that's how you would work that. So a great twin panel moonroof was ordered on this particular vehicle. Also, the integrated trailer brake controller that is part of the max trailer tow package is also a standalone option. So you can, if you get the tow package on a 5.0 liter engine, you can still get as optional equipment the integrated trailer brake controller. So that's a big deal for a lot of people. I think this in here is not the EcoBoost, it's a 5.0. We ordered the trailer tow package and the integrated trailer brake controller on this particular truck, so that can be ordered that way. So that's all your optional equipment, but there are some other features you might want to think about getting that are accessories, or you can get them from the factory that have to do with your bed. So let's go talk about those. So now we're going to talk about some different bed accessories that you can get, and a lot of these you can order from the factory, or you can order them from your parts or accessories department at your local Ford dealer. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to, if you find a truck out there that doesn't have some of these accessories, you want to add those to them, they can be added afterwards pretty easily, or you can have it shipped to the dealership. They'll, you know, when you order your truck, then or tell them you want those things put on there. As soon as it gets there, they can go ahead and make sure the parts are there ahead of time and put them on while they're setting your truck up, and then they'll be ready to go when on your delivery. So first one I want to talk about is how to protect the bed itself. You can have two different ways to protect the bed. One of them is a drop-in liner. That's the less expensive version. It's gonna you kind of put that drop-in liner. It's kind of a molded in material and protects the bed from drops and that kind of thing in the bed. So it kind of just slides in, drops in, just like it sounds. They take these off, drop it in, and put them on there, and it keeps it into place. But it will sometimes, over time, I've seen gaps in here. So a lot of people like to go with the spray-in liner. Spray-in liner is a little more expensive, not that much more, maybe about $100, $150. And it kind of, they just spray in the liner in the tailgate and protect it that way. Now, if you get one from the factory, it's called a tough spray-in liner. And you'll notice a difference because Ford dealers do them. They usually will spray in the liner the way it comes. But you'll notice if you see the Ford emblem back there with the spray in liner, you know that came from the Ford factory because they do theirs a little bit differently, so you know whether it's a Ford factory spray in liner or the dealership installed it. We do spray in liner here, and we do a really good job of it. We take out the hooks and the plates and spray in behind it and then put those back into place. And the only reason we do that is to make sure it's coated even back behind there. Just something we do a little bit differently. Ford actually will leave the plates on there and spray it in over that. I think they take the lights out, but everything else they kind of leave in and just coat over it. So keep that in mind on two different ways to protect the bed itself. Now also you can get a pickup box extender. So it actually be positioned here in these holes here, and I actually show you some clips where we had that installed and I demonstrate. It is a foldable. It folds to the side back here, and then so you can bring it out, you extend it out over the tailgates, and then they come together and you buckle and you put them together and you lock them into place, and then it locks down onto this bed so that way it won't move on you, and it extends your bed over the tailgate. So if you have some things that maybe a little bit bigger, you want to extend over, you need that extra room, you can get that. And I like how they stow against the side there. You can also rotate it inside, it rotates in, and you can close your tailgate, and it has kind of an enclosure, so that way you can put maybe groceries and stuff like that in there if you have a cover. We'll talk more about that in a second, where you can put those groceries in there or whatever it might be, and that way they won't roll clear to the back of the bed. You can get to them without having to reach too far, being able to do that. So also there's a couple things when you use this box link system we talked about. And one of them is a bed divider. So it uses the plates that are already in the side without the cleats in it, and then you go ahead and put those bed dividers in those two positions. So that way it divides your beds, especially if you want to put some things here. You don't want that pickup box extender. You can put some groceries, different things in the back part. You don't have to go reach over. Also, if you want it in the front up there, you can use, if you get the box side step, you can get to it, and it's not going to roll to the back of the tailgate. So several ways to be able to divide your beds. Those are pretty cool. You can order it now. A couple things, those are not available with the loading ramps we're going to talk about next, but it kind of makes sense because it uses those same plates. But if from time to time you want to use the bed divider and other times you don't have the ramps in there at the same time, I would order some of them from your parts department. Like the ramps can be put in on your own, or even the bed divider, you can put that in yourself. So that's a couple ways to make sure, because Ford won't let you order it that way from the factory, but you could order one of them from the factory, have it brought to you, put in there, and then you can order the other from your Ford parts department after you get your truck. So that's a way around that if you want to. Loading ramps go on the side over here. It uses the cleats to put them in place, I believe, or another bracket that comes with it actually, I think, to where you put it in there and it'll lock you. It comes with a wire that locks around those ramps so nobody can take the ramps out of your truck when you're not around. And the loading ramps will go on the back of the tailgate here, so that way you can load up those four-wheelers, motorcycles, whatever you might be, lawnmowers, that kind of thing, into the back of the bed. Stow those ramps in the side, makes it real easy to be able to load those up. So hopefully you got some good clips that I pulled off of Ford's website on the loading ramps. See what else? I've got a couple bed covers. Bed covers, also you have a couple different versions. You have a soft tonneau cover that is a folding soft cover that you can put on the truck, and that protects it. Also, that's probably the less expensive version. You also have a hard folding bed cover too that you can put on it. And there's several versions. If you go with your accessories department, we sell some aftermarket ones that are a little bit different. One of them can even be sprayed body colored. as well that's on there instead of molded in like what you're seeing from Ford's website. But you have several different versions that you can get, even some retractable ones, as well as rolling bed covers that we've put on trucks. So a lot of options out there from the factory. I'm just showing the two that are available from the factory. Also, you have toolboxes. So toolboxes go back here, a couple different versions, and we haven't ordered any of these in any of our stock vehicles, so I've never seen one in person. You have a premium toolbox back here by WeatherGuard, and you have aluminum and you have a premium. So one's a little bit more heavy duty probably, or a little bit bigger than the other one, but a couple different options for you. Again, Ford doesn't even put clips on their website for those two different those toolboxes. I don't work in accessories. I might be able to get some clips for you, but a couple different toolboxes you can get. Again, there's all kinds of aftermarket toolboxes you can put on them as well. Now let's talk about some of these when ordering them. Toolboxes cannot be ordered with bed covers, of course. I don't think the toolboxes can be ordered with the bed dividers because it being in the way of that back there. So again, order them separately if you want to. And they can't be ordered with the stowable ramps. Also, I don't believe the bed covers can be ordered with the stowable ramps either. I think they kind of get in the way of the brackets. That's why they order them that way. But again, order these separately and they should be able to work in your truck that way. So those are your different accessories you can order with your truck. I don't think I forgot anything. So some great other accessories you can get for your truck too, but those are just some of the ones you get from Ford if you can order them from the factory that way. So I said it'd be pretty thorough. I think it's a complete guide, but a couple other things just to mention, and that's the warranty. 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty with the 4-year or 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty and roadside assistance. So now powertrain warranty is going to cover your engine, differential, drivetrain, those types of things, and then your roadside assistance will cover for a blown tire, a dead battery, maybe you get locked out or something like that. You run out of gas, roadside assistance will cover that. So if you're just broken down off the side of the road, call roadside assistance. They'll tell you to the nearest Ford dealer too. So that's great. That's covered for that first 5 years, 60,000 miles. A lot of people forget about that. That 800 number should be in your owner's manual for that. Also, all Ford dealers should have a digital window sticker on their website. Ours is kind of hidden a little bit, not really hidden, but it's hard to find because it's smaller. It is that link right below the pictures if you're on our website. And then you can pull up these window stickers. The reason I mention that is because Platinum Edition can range pretty big into some of the lower 60s on up. And like this particular one is a 65 because it is a 701A equipment group, so it includes that package with the power moonroof. So when you think about that, if you're getting a 2-wheel drive Platinum Edition 700A, it's going to be in a lower range. But if you get a 701A with the power moonroof, you get a bunch of other packages, FX4 package or a trailer tow package on top of that, it could take that price up. So that could be a price difference. So they may not be the same truck. So definitely pull up those window stickers so you know what you're getting, what you're looking at, and where you want to price things, so you can see those on all your Ford dealer websites. Just like our website, you can go to our website, McArthur.com, and you can see on each one of our vehicles we have a pretty good inventory on all of our Ford F-150 inventory, and all of them you can pull up these window stickers. You can also see pictures. You can even see a VR experience, an outside wheels and inside perspective on each one of our vehicles that we record here in this building. So take advantage of that, look at those over. You can also see our great internet price, which includes rebates based on our zip code and our dealer discounts. So if you live in a different zip code, give us a call or send us a text message at the numbers on the screen or down in the description. And that way you can kind of find out what the rebates and how it would change that price based on your zip code, because it is based on that, not necessarily where we are located. So also, if you're wanting to work with us, I mentioned earlier, free shipping. So we do still get you that same great internet pricing. There's nothing hidden there. And we will do free shipping. We will ship it from here to wherever you might live within the 48 states. We do put a cap of $1,000 on it, but that allows us to get to about any place in the United States, in the 48 states, pretty easily within that price. So keep that in mind. And the reason we do that, how we can do that, is we do ask you finance it with us, but that cost isn't incurred onto you, because if you plan on financing the truck anyway, then you finance that. The lenders give us a kickback. Customers never will see that money, but that covers the cost for the shipping. So it is really almost a net deal for us. when you do something like that, but it's a great way for us to get a vehicle to you, especially if you're out there. We know a lot of people go to dealerships, just don't feel like they get enough information from the sales reps there. We're very knowledgeable here, very thorough, as you can tell. So if you want a truck ordered the way you want it to, you can have it delivered right to your door and still get a great internet price and get the free shipping. So take advantage of that if you want to. We had tons of people last year, about 400 people take advantage of that lived outside of our market area. So you can too. So just if you want to, give us a call or send us a text messages, again, on that screen or down the description, and we could take care of you that way. So again, if first time watching one of our videos, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down there. That way you can get subscribed to our YouTube channel with some great content. Hit the notification bell. You'll also get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you haven't had a chance yet in the video, go ahead and smash the like button. Give this video some love. Let people know that it's a good video they need to watch. It's a very thorough video. I know you probably got a lot of information from this video, so go ahead and smash that like button. Put the comments down below too. I like getting better and better with my videos. I take all that information to make these videos better. These are so much better than they were 3 years ago when I did some of the 2017 F-150 videos. So definitely let me know how I can improve on these videos, and so I can make them better for you guys, because these videos are for you to help you out getting your information and education on what you're doing when you're researching for an F-150. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button, put your comments down below. If you want to follow us on social media, don't forget where you can find us at Law McArthur on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. So all those, we're going to be at Law McArthur on there. Facebook, we have a couple others for Lincoln and for our performance, so you can find those from our Law McArthur Facebook page. But we're going to put news on there, any kind of specials we have going on, things we do in the community, fun stuff. Always going to put those on our Facebook and Twitter accounts, and you can see some cool pictures on our Instagram account too, so definitely follow us there. So hopefully you really enjoyed this video and this content, and until the next video, we'll see you later.